Chapter 12 Branching. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The door opened, and the freshmen filed in with Professor McGonagall, arriving at the highest city in the world, the auditorium. They could see 4 long tables placed in the middle of the huge auditorium. Students from other grades were sitting around. There are courtyard flags of different colors hanging on the walls: green snake, blue eagle, red lion, yellow badger. The most surprising and magical thing is the roof. I saw stars twinkling on the velvet black ceiling, which looked exactly like the quiet night sky. Ghosts were also mixed in with the students, shimmering with hazy silver light. Hermione whispered in a low voice as if she was afraid of disturbing something, "I saw this in Hogwarts, a history of the school." Levin nodded. "This is the style of the auditorium ceiling. It looks like there is no ceiling. At the end of the auditorium, there is a professor's table arranged in an arc, and the professors sit in a row." Although he had never met him, based on his characteristics, Levin recognized at a glance that the white beard and the white robe in the middle and the old wizard cosplaying with Gandalf were Dumbledore. He was much taller than others when he was sitting, and his white beard fell down to the table. He looked very old, but he was in good spirits. Next to him, with greasy hair and a daily scowl, was Snape, sitting on a special booster stool. Flitwick is suspected of being a fairy hybrid. The one with his head wrapped up like San is Quirrell. Characters from novels and movies appeared before my eyes one by one. Even though Levin is an adult, he is also a little excited inside. Professor McGonagall held a piece of parchment and said loudly, "The classmate whose name I called, sat down on the chair and put the hat on his head." Before she could finish her words, she was interrupted by another voice. The sorting hat on the high-backed stool twisted, and the wrinkles on it turned into eyes and mouth, and then he sang. This is a legend that spans thousands of years, describing 4 wizards with powerful minds and wise minds: a brave Gryffindor from the barren swamps, beautiful Ravenclaw from a peaceful lake, merciful Hufflepuff from the wide valley, shrewd Slytherin from that quagmire. They vowed to impart what they had learned throughout their lives, and wizards came from far and wide to make their ambitions stronger, until this castle stood on the shores of the Black Lake. The little wizards were naturally stunned. It was the first time I saw a singing hat. Levin clapped his hands perfunctorily. "Nice singing, don't sing it next time." Professor McGonagall was not surprised by this kind of thing. After listening patiently, he read the list. Hannah Abbott? Yes. The Iron Hat King quickly ran up and nervously put the sorting hat on his head. His little head couldn't hold up the sorting hat at all, and even covered his eyes. Hufflepuff. After about 4 or 5 seconds, the sorting hat said loudly. Hufflepuff's little badgers clapped their hands to welcome her. Before taking her seat, she waved to Levin, who was not far away. They met during the summer vacation. Next are Susan Burns, Terry Boot, all familiar names. Everyone's sorting time is long or short. Some were assigned as soon as they were put on, some results only come after a minute or 2. Levin felt a little guilty. After all, the sorting hat must have some legilimency ability. Or the ability to identify a wizard's character. Levin Green. Not long after Hermione Granger was assigned to Gryffindor, it was Levin's turn. He walked towards the 4-corner stool calmly, hoping that he could deceive this self-proclaimed thoughtful hat. Professor McGonagall glanced at Levin and was clearly impressed by him. Among the students in this class, he was the only one from a poor family. Levin nodded to Professor McGonagall, put on his hat and sat on the chair. When the dirty hat was placed on his soft black hair, Levin held the hat slightly uncomfortably, trying to keep the dirty hat from touching the skin of his face. "Well, I feel your talent. This kind of powerful magic is very rare among young wizards of your age. Which academy should I assign you to?" It's hard to choose. There seems to be a power it's affecting my understanding of you." Upon hearing this, Levin carefully controlled the shield of hidden thoughts, and quietly opened a small corner, revealing the side he designated. At that moment, Levin felt that the hat was confused for a moment. "Hey, that's not right. I feel your intelligence. You pursue knowledge and can skillfully handle all the problems you encounter. Then you should be assigned to Ravenclaw." The sorting hat yelled at the top of his lungs. There was some polite applause in the auditorium. However, The Ravenclaw seniors applauded sincerely. Levin's arrival means that their academy has a handsome boy. Professor McGonagall was still a little regretful that Levin could not be assigned to Gryffindor. After all, she quite admired this little guy who was self-reliant and self-reliant. Levin waved to Harry and the others before sitting on Ravenclaw's table. Along the way, a group of people nodded or greeted me. Ronald was in the crowd. And whispered to Harry, "It's a pity that Levin didn't get the Gryffindor." Harry whispered back, "This doesn't affect us being friends, does it?" After Levin sat down, he felt relieved that he successfully deceived the Sorting Hat and prevented it from detecting the secret of his rebirth. This shows that the shielding effect of hidden thoughts is effective and he does not need to worry too much about Dumbledore. As for why he chose Ravenclaw, it also has something to do with his pursuit. The literal translation of Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw, is Raven's Claw, and the hidden meaning of the name is greedy plunderer, which means the thirst for knowledge. Ravenclaw's motto is, "We come from the lakeside, we are wise and knowledgeable, we love studying, we are different from ordinary people, we are farsighted, we are Ravenclaw." Rowena Ravenclaw, the founder of this college, also has a famous saying, "Extraordinary intelligence is the greatest wealth of mankind." For a mage under the arcane magic system, it is self-evident that knowledge equals power. Therefore, among the four major houses of Hogwarts, only Ravenclaw is more in line with Levin's philosophy. Unfortunately, Ravenclaw's presence in the original novel is not strong. To make matters worse, none of the outstanding students mentioned in the original novel attended her college. The three protagonists are all from Gryffindor. The most brilliant professors at Hogwarts, Dumbledore and McGonagall are from Gryffindor. Master of Dark Arts Voldemort from Slytherin, Potions Master Snape from Slytherin. If Grindelwald had studied at Hogwarts, Levin is 100% sure that he would have been sorted into Slytherin. As for the Goblet of Fire's designated Hogwarts finest student, Cedric Diggory, he's a Hufflepuff. Among the celebrities in Ravenclaw, apart from Luna, is Zhang Qiu, who is also famous as Harry Potter's ex-girlfriend. It can only be said that highlighting one is only superficial, but there is nothing wrong with Ravenclaw. As the saying goes, longing for knowledge, longing for knowledge, longing for knowledge, only the Holy Raven, don't be trapped. What's more, there are so many beauties in Ravenclaw, at least you don't have to worry about finding a partner here. Until then, a burst of cheers interrupted his thoughts. If Harry Potter studied at Dragon Kingdom University, how would he be sorted into different schools? Harry Potter. Harry walked forward and sat on the triangular stool. Professor McGonagall placed the huge sorting hat on his head. "Well, you are very brave and smart. I think you are suitable for materials science." The voice of the sorting hat appeared in Harry's mind. "No biochemical ring materials, no biochemical ring materials." Harry thought silently in his mind. "Don't you want biochemical environmental materials? You can obviously make great achievements. But since you have made up your mind, then go to the School of Civil Engineering." At the same time, Professor McGonagall announced the result, and Harry collapsed on the floor as if his soul had been sucked out. Mid-Autumn Festival National Day Family Feedback. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, September 29th to October 6th.